Yet, there is a hot debate that persists among both. Originating in Korea soon after the Second World War, the fighting style was
태권도의 실전성에 대한 논란은 항상 있어 왔습니다. 아무래도 태권도가 발차기를 주로 하므로 손과 발을 동시에 쓰는 다른 무술과 비교되기 때문이 아닌가 싶은데요. 미국의 격투기 전문 방송 브루탈TV에서 태권도의 실전성에 대해 정밀 분석하고 나섰습니다. 영상에 등장하는 무술은 중국의 쿵푸, 일본의 가라테, 그리고 한국의 태권도였는데요. 과연 실전 측면에서 압승을 거둔 무술은 무엇이었을까요? 영상으로 확인해 보시죠.
In today's video, we'll be looking at the differences between Kung Fu, Karate, and Taekwondo. Let's start with Kung Fu. Kung Fu is one of the chief and oldest forms of martial arts to have originated from China. It was developed in the 4th century at the Shaolin Temple in China. It is an umbrella term for martial arts in China. This means that all the many styles that have been developed in China are known as Kung Fu. For example, styles such as Wing Chun, Shaolin, Praying Mantis, Tai Chi, and Wushu are popular styles of Chinese. Kung Fu is a fighting skill that consists of fluid and circular movements. Its study is a science in itself because it trains an individual's body to move in a continuous circular motion and turn. Kung Fu is an open martial art, which means it allows its styles to be adapted by expert practitioners. In Kung Fu, the aim is to cause as much damage as possible without losing balance. This makes the strikes quick, calculated, and controlled. Many of Kung Fu's actions are taken from animal moves and styles, with stances such as dragon, frog, horse riding, and snake. When compared with Taekwondo and Karate, Kung Fu places more emphasis on self-defense techniques, such as elbow and knee strikes, headbutts, and eye strikes. Karate is arguably the most popular martial art. As such, it is the most widely practiced martial art in the world. Even so, it was recently included as a martial arts sport for the Olympics 2020. It originated from Okinawa in Japan through one man who is responsible for the evolution of the art. His name was Gichin Funakoshi, and he is considered the father of modern-day karate. Karate means the way of the empty hand, and since Japanese society is very formal, karate also reflects this formality. A typical karate class demonstrates elaborate rules of etiquette, with specific ways and times to bow. Karate involves sharp and precise movements that rely heavily upon a person's hand-eye coordination. The basic principle is to make one's body as hard as steel so that it can withstand the impact of objects like bricks and wood, and also be able to break them. Karate teaches self-defense, combat, and physical training. As such, it is one of the most energetic forms of martial arts. It also has a variety of striking techniques such as punches, kicks, knee and elbow strikes. Taekwondo. Taekwondo is a Korean form of martial arts and combat sports. It originated in Korea and it was once used as a military art form centuries ago. The art form of Taekwondo is full of kicking and punching techniques. That is why it means the art of kicking and punching. This martial art places emphasis on the practitioner's foot movements. The most distinguishing characteristic of Taekwondo is the fast kicking involved. In Taekwondo, the legs play a major role in attack and action. However, it also includes punching and blocks. Taekwondo is known for its famous kicks, such as side kicks, front kicks, roundhouse kicks, and the spectacular jumping spinning kicks. This martial art is so unique in that its ratio of kicking techniques to hand techniques is about 80% kicking and 20% hand technique. Also, Taekwondo training can include weapons such as the kama, nunchaku, and the bow staff. Taekwondo is also the second art out of the 3 to be listed as a competitive sport in the Olympics. and it came before karate when it was first included in 2000.
For decades, Taekwondo has been one of the most popular martial arts practiced around the world. It is widely performed by people of all ages and genders, primarily as a form of exercise or as a form of self-defense. Yet, there is a hot debate that persists among both patrons and observers surrounding the much-loved martial art. That is Taekwondo effective in a street fight? In order to draw an accurate conclusion about this, let's first take a quick look at the history of Taekwondo. Originating in Korea soon after the Second World War, the fighting style was introduced as a method of combat to the military by General Choi Hong-hae, loosely translated as the way of the foot and the fist, or the way of kicking and punching. Nowadays, it is important to note that there are two main international organizational bodies for Taekwondo, and subsequently two different styles, known as ITF, the International Taekwondo Federation, and WTF, World Taekwondo Federation. Choi Hong-hae founded the ITF in 1966, while the WTF was formed in 1973 and governs the sports-centric version of Taekwondo that is seen in the Olympic and Paralympic Games. ITF training tends to practice the martial art with a view towards real self-defense, similar to Hapkido, another Korean martial art, which teaches a more complete fighting philosophy and covers multiple ranges of attack such as kicking, punching, and grappling. On the other hand, perhaps the most iconic form of Taekwondo that is likely to be taught in modern dojos is the WTF style that features much more in the way of ranged kicks and flashy techniques. The WTF version has been included in the Olympics since 1988, and its movie-like aesthetics is largely responsible for the increased popularity of the sport outside of. Important to know about these different styles of Taekwondo when considering their effectiveness in a street fight, as most practitioners are likely to have learned WTF Taekwondo rather than the more versatile and arguably more combative ITF style. It is rarely, if ever, taught as a way of exhibiting aggression or causing harm to others. It is therefore assumed in this scenario that the person who knows Taekwondo is probably not the person who started the fight, but someone who seeks to defend themselves and put an end to it. As previously mentioned, in order to take it up as a serious method of self-defense, you will likely have to seek out a teacher well-versed in the ITF style. Of course, there is a competitive element to WTF Taekwondo as a sport as well, but unlike boxing or wrestling, it does not translate to a street fight scenario as seamlessly as other sports. That said, certain skills, techniques, and conditioning may prove useful and give a fighter that all-important edge. For instance, Taekwondo involves blocking, dodging, balance, and footwork that can be called upon when defending or evading an attack. They may not have been learned with a street fight in mind, but will be committed to a person's muscle memory and provide a quick reaction if practiced enough. If you have time to adopt the side-on fighting stance seen in Taekwondo, you may be better placed to implement some key moves. Sidestepping is a common skill, usually for evading kicks, but also handy for getting out of the way of a charging street fighter attempting to spear you and take you to the ground. Increasing or decreasing the distance between you and your foe by quickly skipping in or out of an area is another frequently used tactic that a Taekwondo expert can utilize. This advanced footwork could help to set up a knockout kick or prevent your attacker from landing a blow. Blocking hits with the palms is also an instinct that many martial artists acquire, and a successful block often creates an opportunity for a counterattack.
(1974년) 창단된 국기원 태권도 시범단은 오랜 역사를 증명하듯 최근 몇 년간 주목할 만한 성과를 만들어냈습니다. 아메리칸 갓 탤런트와 같은 명성을 자랑하는 오디션에 출연한 것은 물론이고 세계 120개국을 순회하며 태권도 세계화에 박차를 가하고 있죠. 약 70여 명의 시범단은 매년 엄격한 심사를 통해 선발한다고 하는데요. 자격 요건 또한 까다롭습니다. 5단 이상의 태권도 사범이나 태권도 전공 학생 등 수준 높은 태권도 실력과 인성이 뒷받침되어야 하기 때문이죠. 태권도는 물론 한국의 가치까지 드높이고 있는 국기원 태권도 시범단. 정통 태권도의 기본을 지키면서도 춤과 다양한 시연을 통해 공연 예술로 자리 잡아가고 있는데요. 오늘 영상은 영국 런던에서 진행된 시범 영상입니다. 런던에 거주하는 탕님 덕분에 전해드릴 수 있었는데요. 20분에 달하는 영상 원본이 궁금하시다면 고정 댓글 링크를 클릭해주세요. 태권도의 인기는 전 세계적이라지만 10년 넘게 열풍이 지속되고 있는 곳이 있습니다. 바로 베트남, 말레이시아, 태국 등의 동남아 국가입니다. 태국과 말레이시아 등의 나라에서는 중요한 행사에 국기원을 초청해 태권도 공연을 하기도 하고 왕실 이름을 내걸고 태권도 대회를 개최하기까지 하는데요. 오늘은 말레이시아의 태권도 열풍을 실감할 수 있는 국기원 시범 영상을 소개해드리고자 합니다.
you.